Hello, I'm M.K.Davis. Do you know what you're looking at here? It's a really bad frame from the Patterson Bigfoot film. It's in the early part of the filming. A part of the filming that a lot of documentary filmmakers didn't even bother with because it was so violently shaky. But I did bother with it. I put a clip together, did stabilization work, and added transition frames and a host of other things to improve it because I wanted to see what it would yield. Let me just show you. Well, there we go. Not too bad, is it? You can see how violent it is by watching the edges of the frames. What the transition frames enable me to do is to run the film at a slow rate and still not flicker. And that's a big plus when you want to examine the subject. Well, anyways, the first part of the filming, she goes over there to the tree line, and then she falls over, and she either goes on all fours or very nearly so. And then that's it. That's all of the first walk sequence. The very next frame, she's no longer even on that part of the sandbar. She's upstream, walking upstream. Some people noticed that in the early days, but they didn't raise a fuss about it. Because, I really don't know why, but it should have been a fuss raised about it because we were told that the film was unedited, that it was a continuous piece of film, a continuous event, and it's not. This is walk sequence 1, and the other, where it's out on the sandbar going upstream, is walk sequence 2. Edited, either in camera or in a lab. Probably in a lab. But this doesn't indicate that the film is a hoax. Don't get me wrong, this film is no hoax. This is a Sasquatch. I can get into the nuts and bolts of the film at another time and as to why someone would want to edit it, but irregardless of that, you can take it to the bank. This is a Sasquatch. But let's just look at it a little closer, because there is some unusual things going on in this part of the film, and you may not have had an opportunity to look at it in this best form. Let's see. What I want to do is go to an already prepared version of this. This is a large image, and I want to concentrate on the legs. And let's just start it. And it oscillates back and forth. And you'll see that there's something that is falling away from the left leg onto the ground. Now, from a prior study, I know that she is carrying something on her left side, and that's it right here. You can see it show up kind of light colored. It's swinging on a lanyard. She's not carrying it in her hand. She's steadying it with her hand. And that goes back to this broader one here. The Russians did a study on this film back in the 70s, and that was one of the things that they picked up on, was that she's not using her left arm in a normal walking fashion. She's not swinging the left arm. And this is why, because she's got a lanyard around the back of her neck and down her side, and it's suspending an object that she's steadying with her left hand as she walks. And that's from studying the entire film, but I don't want to get into that right now. I'm just letting you know. Apparently something comes loose from it, or something that was on whatever they had tied up there, fell and hit her left leg and falls to the ground there. And let's go back to the larger one. You can see that happen right here. See it bounce off the left leg and flop to the ground. Don't know what that is. It's very interesting. Let's just go. Here we go. There it is right here. There it is right there. It's a pretty sizable object. There it is going toward the ground. It's completely separate. And now it's laying flat on the ground and she leaves it behind. Now I would like to know what that is, and I'm sure you would too. And I may not be done with this section yet. I may work on that some more. See if I can sharpen it, crispen it, brighten it, whatever. Just to see what that is. What do Sasquatch carry with them? What do they leave behind? Did the men find this, or did they just overlook it? I don't know. And it'll start to go back up. Pretty sizable object as this thing oscillates. There we go. Let me just slow it down some. There we go. Look at this right there. That's why I say there's not any part of this film that's insignificant. It may be to an entertainment venue, but this is science, not entertainment. This film, that's one reason why this film languished, is they turned it over to entertainment venues. This isn't entertainment. There's nothing an entertainment person can do for you with this film. And there's nothing a scientist can do with this film until a film person stabilizes it and cleans it up, puts it in its best forms. Then you can turn it over to science. There we go. This is great stuff. I hope you enjoy it. 50th anniversary of the filming of this film this year. Don't forget it. If there was ever a reason why Sasquatch is still on the table, it's this film. There was one in 1967. And the implications are there must be more. Let me go back. Oh, that's a long ways back. Well, computers are slow. But we ask a lot of them. And I'm asking this thing to flip through frames that are so dense. Early walk. There we go. Here we go. Cropped. I'm just going to enlarge it a little bit. There we go. Watch that left foot. We'll go into some more about what it's carrying possibly around its neck. That it's using a tool, a lanyard, if you want to call a lanyard a tool. My guess is that this is not a simple mind. It's a simple existence. But hey, there's a lot of humans that live like that. I thank you for your time.